Okay, so here we go. Yes, okay, that's great. So how many of you have gone through the methods I have taught yesterday, I have covered yesterday? If you have any questions regarding that, please do let me know before I proceed with day 3, because we are entering a more important part of this session. Today I will cover one more lead generation method that I generally use, plus I will also cover very important part of any business, and that is how to price your products correctly, how to price your services correctly. I will share with you my knowledge, my way of doing it, and how I add different components, how I take care of different things when I decide my pricing. So just let me know if you have any questions regarding yesterday's webinar session. I have already added this recording in members area. You can go ahead and check it out. And if you don't have any questions, then I will proceed further and we'll continue with day 3 of Zapdeals Bootcamp. All right. Okay. So it seems that you don't have any questions. So let's start then. I will start with this day 3 of Zapdeals Bootcamp. And all right. Okay, team. That's great. Pricing is major interest. I will just cover how I decide my cost and how I decide my pricing, and how you can position as well yourself as a pro marketer so that you will get premium pricing from others. So we will talk what are the issues I have faced and how I came over all these things. So let's start with this. Today's agenda. Number 1, how we can pitch our services on Skype call. That is number 1. Number 2, Google Places for lead generation. That is number 2. And number 3, right pricing for your services. So this is the exact agenda we have today. So let's start with this one, how to close the deal on Skype. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. You have approached the person, you told that person that, hey, look, you are losing out your money, XYZ amount of money, and I can help you out, just fix up an appointment. And you recorded video, everything. Just because that person recorded, just because that person saw your video, it looks more professional to him that, okay, I have someone who is approaching me with my problem and offering me a solution. So definitely you will get more customers who are contacting you with this video method. The next step is you have to do meeting with them on Skype, and you have to close the deal. All right, so how you can do that? Let's discuss this first, and then we'll proceed with the remaining points on this agenda. So very first thing is get his Skype call. All right, that is really important. You have to get his get him on Skype call. You have to get his Skype address, and keep in mind always whenever you are creating your Skype address, very important thing is you have to create it with your business name. So just don't do it with your personal name. There are a few reasons why I'm telling you. Number 1, it doesn't look professional. Number 2, whenever you are presenting yourself as that company's representative, never ever present yourself as an owner of that company. Never ever do that. Just assign some kind of designation: senior sales manager, president marketing, whatever it is, but don't present yourself as an owner of that company. For example, if I'm positioning engaged leads, I am not going to present myself as a founder of engaged leads. Never ever I will do that. Can anyone tell me why to do this? Any idea why we are doing this? Why we are not presenting ourselves as an owner, but as any senior designation? Why we are doing it? Any idea? I will wait for a few seconds if you're answering me, or else I will explain why I do that. What is my view about it? Exactly, makes your company seem larger. Exactly, you're right, Glenn. That is one of the reasons. Absolutely, it shows that your company is a professional company. You have a team, and you are taking care of marketing part. All right. But the second important thing is when you are talking to that person, you always have to uh, keep some room for the negotiation. All right. So let me explain what happens when you are actually discussing with client. All right. And you know what is your costing and what kind of profit you are expecting and all that stuff. And when you are negotiating with the client, what client does, he actually tries and take your price down. Now, here is the thing. If you are positioning yourself as an owner, what happens is you have to take your decision then and there only. And in such kind of deals, sometimes you lose money because I mean, in service business, it happens that, okay, I do not have customer for this month, so let's give him discount. But eventually we are here to make money. We are not here to lose money. So when you are overtaken by your emotions, sometimes you lose money, and that is really bad thing. So when you present yourself as a president, as a sales manager, whatever it is, you have that room. You can always tell them that, okay, I will think about it. I will talk to my boss about it. I will talk to the owner about it. And if it's possible, sir, I will get back to you. All right. Does that make sense to you? So it has two benefits. Number one, it present your company as comparatively bigger organization and well-organized company. And number two, it leaves you room for the negotiations. So that is the reason I never ever position myself as an owner of a company when I'm dealing with a customer. Okay, especially in service business, it's really, really important. So keep that in mind. Take down somewhere. This tip is really, really important, and you will realize how things help if you will follow this, it this way. Okay, so get Skype ID for you from your company's name, and then just send that person your Skype address or ask him his Skype address, fix up an appointment, and you can then go for an appointment. All right. I generally prefer to start with to show my face. You can sit in your office or wherever you're sitting. If possible, wear tie and professional. Look more professional instead of wearing just t-shirts and all that. I mean, it's better to present yourself more professional person. So initially you can show your face, but once you start your presentation and once you start sharing screen, it is not required. All right. Take down all these things if you want, because these are really, really small things, but it makes difference when it comes to converting customers. Okay, so get him on Skype call. Now, number 3, this is really important. We have screen sharing feature in Skype, but never ever, again I'm telling you, never ever do screen sharing on Skype call. Can anyone tell me what could be the reason for this? Just don't share your screen on Skype and talk. It's a big no-no. Can anyone tell me why? Okay, let me explain what happens. Sometimes when you are using Skype for your conversation as well as for screen sharing, it doesn't work properly. That customer won't be able to hear your voice clearly. That customer won't be able to see your screen clearly. And eventually you end up looking as a non-professional guy, which is really bad thing. Having that impression is really bad thing. So what you need to do, you need to use this free software, Join.me. Have you heard about this earlier, Join.me? I use this quite frequently for meetings. Have you heard about this earlier, Join.me? It's a free service. You just have to sign up. All right. Okay, I use it. That's great. So use Join.me for that. It's pretty simple. I mean, for those who don't know, let me show you how you can do it. Go to join.me, put your login ID and password. Now I'm using it frequently, so it's already logged in. Click here on play button. All right. And here you have this play button. So whenever you are actually doing screen sharing, you have to share this copy meeting link. Okay, I'm putting it here in chat box so that you can see. Okay, now if you will see, because two softwares are running at a time, GoToWebinar and Join.me, it started creating problem. All right, but still I'm just playing it for a few seconds so you can see. Just visit that link and you will see, you can see my screen. All right, I will pause it after a few seconds. All right. Okay, so I'm pausing it now because it's creating problem at the moment with get response. Exactly. So share this join.me link with that person and then you can start your meeting. All right. You can walk that customer through the entire analysis that I have already provided. You can also show them some infographic related to mobile marketing. Give me a second. I will search. I will show you a few really interesting infographics. Give me a second. I'm just searching it here. Give me a second. And you can use these infographics to explain how mobile is impacting. All right. Like you can see, how mobile is overtaking. In this infographic, you can see how things are changing as compared to desktop, how things are changing with mobile devices, how it's growing very fast in this infographic. So you can find lots of infographics like this. Most popular devices used for search on internet. You can see this, how things are changing nowadays. All right, let me search a few more. There is really awesome infographic I have seen the other day. I'm just looking for that. That was by Google. Give me a second. Or else I will give it to you later. Just remind me, I will put this in that infographic in members area. You can see this, the effectiveness of mobile marketing. You will find tons of infographics like this, and you can use them. Just you have to give credentials from where actually you are using these infographics. So I generally use some of these infographics, and I explain them everything with the help of infographics. All right. I had this infographic handy. I just have to find out where it is. Give me a moment. If I can find it, it's okay. Otherwise, I will move on and will drop that infographic in members area. Let's search it here, mobile. Okay. You can check this. This is by Google. Think with Google is that site. You can check. You will find really good infographics here. And you can say that this is really authentic. These are authentic infographics because this is the data you are getting from Google. These are really awesome. How mobile is transforming the shopping experience in the stores. This is really important because it's showing how it's impacting local businesses. Mobile search movements infographic. The entire idea here is we want to explain our customers that how things are changing. Okay, so that is the reason we are using this infographic. You can see here 4 in 5 consumers want to search ads customized to their city, zip code, and immediate surrounding, and they are doing it on mobile devices, of course. This is infographic for mobile. All right. Then One more here, infographic understanding consumers behavior for local search. Yes, exactly. It is really easier to absorb the data. You can see 4 in 5 consumers use search engines to find local information. Okay. And 88% search on smartphone, 84% search on computers and tablets. This data is really, really impactful. I mean, whenever you talk like this to your customers in the form of infographics, you can actually see the difference because you are then differentiating yourself. You can easily tell them that percentage of 50% of the consumers who visit store within a day of their local search. So all search is via mobile. 18% of local smartphone searches led by purchase within a day, which is really huge data for any local business. So after explaining all these things to local business owners, they are in they actually understand the importance of being mobile, why they need to have mobile website. And as I said, their deal pages has to be mobile as well. We have mobile compatible deal pages in Zapdeal. So this is really important and it impacts a lot. It impacts a lot. So just go ahead and search few relevant infographics on thinkwithgoogle.com and use those infographics in your presentation. All right. Does that make sense to you? This is what at least I do because it really impacts when you are showing something in colorful, as Tim said, and 3D graphics. All right. Does that make sense to you? Should we move on? If yes, no, just let me know whatever it is. All right, cool. So now next step is we have to tell them how much money they are losing and how less you are charging them. So obviously you can calculate the losses they are making. Plus, if they do not have mobile compatible website, you can show them Google AdWords account and you can tell them that they are losing more than 50 to 60% of the traffic. And then you can tell them that I'm ready to provide you my service to you for free for the first time, and then you can start charging them on a recurring basis. That is the best way to approach these local businesses. And finally, you can tell them how you are the right candidate, how you are different than others. You can tell them that I will get this Zapdeals page done for you. It will be absolutely free. We will collect leads and we will give it to you. And you can try it out for next 7 days. And then you can actually start selling your other services. One more thing, you can position yourself as a pro local consultant or pro marketer is having high converting and trust building website for your business. It's not really tough. Let me show you one thing here. You just need to have really good website and it's pretty simple. How you can do that? You must have heard of ThemeForest. That is what you can do. Use. Go to themeforest.com and you will find really high quality WordPress themes here. So just pick whatever you like. Most probably websites, themes that are actually selling well. So I really like this X theme, and I like Enfold much. Then Salient is also really good. These are professional looking websites and themes. So just use any of that theme and put your content, present yourself, like tell your customers what you are doing, what are your services, where you are situated, what is your privacy policy and other stuff. That is also really important. Your address with map, and all these features are available in all these themes. You can put your portfolio. For portfolio, you can use Zapdeal's mockups. We have really nice Zapdeal designs, so you can use those. And you can start approaching local businesses as a pro local consultant. All right, so that is another way of positioning yourself as a pro and seasoned marketer. All right, is that clear so far? Any questions? Just let me know if you have any questions, if that is making sense to you. Should I proceed? Just put yes. All right, okay, cool, yes. So now this is about closing client. Now what I would suggest you is fix up an appointment, do the call with the customer, if possible record it, because we have softwares like Skype recording and all, and if possible send it to me, then we can analyze how you are pitching and how we can improve your sales pitch. All right, because it varies from customer to customer, but that is an idea. Whether you close the deal or not, it's not important, but whether you are taking action or not, it's really important, because that is how you are going to improve. So this is what I would suggest. Go ahead, do Skype call with the customer, record that call, send it to me. We can jump on Skype call again, and then we can discuss. I will give you my own suggestions. All right. Okay, so now let's move on and talk about one more lead generation method, which is really powerful. Why it's really powerful? Because again, you are positioning it differently. I know most of you have tried this. You might have tried this, though I don't know. But we will use video approach, and we will use one feeling that every person has got, and that is fear of losing to someone, fear of losing something, fear of losing business, all that stuff. So no, it's not the case that we are going to exploit this emotion, absolutely not, but we are just going to make them aware with the facts, so that they will realize that in future, if they won't change their current marketing status, their current online status, their competitors will win over them. And we can show them the proof how it's changing everything. All right. So should I move on with this method, Google Places? Okay, cool. So what we need to do in that, I will just explain you the theory first, and then we will see few real life examples. So step one, we have to go to google.com. That is step number one. Then we have to put our niche plus city. That is step number two. Step number three, you will see lots of websites and local businesses are popping up on your Google search results. We have to visit Google Places, and there we will find lots of local businesses having their websites, or some of them they do not have websites. But the most important thing is we have to check whether they do have mobile compatible websites. And second thing is why, if not, how their competitors are doing better than them. So these are two important things. Just give me a second. I will grab a sip of water and I will continue. Okay, so let's continue then. Then what we will do, we will show their website and their competitor's website in responseinator.com. That is step number 3. We will do the analysis of their website, why and how they are not using their website or online marketing properly. Then, as I said, we will show them how their competitors are doing better just because they have really good website. And then we will record a video, send it to them. We will fix up an appointment and we will close the deal. So let's do one thing. Let's find out few good businesses in your local area and we will see how we can approach them. Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to follow me step by step. I'm just closing these unwanted tabs. Meanwhile, can you tell me what is your niche and which city you are in? Just let me know. Can you tell me what would be your niche and which city you are following? Because you have to follow me step by step. That is how it is going to work for you. So just let me know what is your niche. All right. Okay, spa in New Jersey, that is fine. Okay, I have already found few businesses here, like I searched for dentists in Chicago. When you put dentists in Chicago, you will find this page and this map here. So when you click here for more details, just open it, and this is your Google Maps. All right, so now let's find out the difference, how things are changing, and how you can explain your customers that their competitors are doing better simply because they have a better website. You can see now this website, this dentist has got first ranking on Google Places. All right, now let's do one thing. Let's check out his website. And there are a few things you will find. It's not that this is really great website, but few things you will find. Number one, they have lead capture form. All right, this is really important. They have their phone number, which is call to action. They have their address clearly mentioned here. They have privacy policy and site map. And most important thing is they do have mobile compatible website. Check this out. If you will search for a few more websites, like let's check out these two websites. You will find that more or less these websites have common things. All right. So number one is this website is responsive, and this person have talked about other dentists as well. But if you will compare it with this one, you will see that this website is not responsive and not ranking really well. Though they have call to action, but their website is not really good looking website. So these are your target customers. What you can do, you can tell them that, look, he is ranking on number one. You are not ranking so high. Why? Because he has these things, and most importantly, because of Google's algorithm, his website is responsive and yours is not, and that is the reason he is ranking high. You might be having better services, but you do not have professional presentation of your company, and I can help you do that. Then you can analyze the company. You can tell them that if someone visits your website on mobile devices, he doesn't see any call to action and it's hardly readable. Colors are not attractive. This number is not readable. They are not collecting leads, which is really important. This is the contact form, but I doubt if it's working properly. And about our staff, but there is a problem. You don't see any privacy policy or sitemap here, which is really helpful for SEO. So this way you can actually do analysis. You can record this analysis using Responsinator. You can show them how it's making impact on their ranking and how their competitors are doing well just because having mobile compatible websites. Let's compare this with this one. That is number one, East Village Dental Center. Oh, it's not loading here. I don't know why. What's the issue? Let me check. Maybe there is some problem at the moment with Responsinator. Let's check it. No, it's giving some problem, but you can compare it with the website which is actually mobile compatible. So let's try out this one. Say this is not actually a dentist website. This is a directory actually. But you can see this website looks good on mobile device and this doesn't. So like this, you can compare, you can tell them how it's impacting their ranking, how it's impacting their future business, because they are losing more than 60 to 65% of the traffic just because of this. And you can get their business because you can offer them any kind of free service, like free mobile website designing, maybe free, I would say one Zapdeal free landing page that where they can actually collect leads. That is already their part of Zapdeals and it's mobile compatible. So you can actually give them this service for free in the front end, and once you have that relationship with the customer, once you once customer starts trusting you, because see, when you are doing online business, it's very, very tough to build a trust because you are not talking to that person one-on-one. That is the reason video works than email. That is the reason Skype call works than email. Because there is one personal touch. All right, so just to record videos, just explain them how they are losing money just because they do not have mobile compatible pages in their website. Offer them something free like Zapdeal's landing page for free, which is mobile compatible. Show them how it will look, and then you are ready to sell. All right. So that is the second method of this session, like how you can use Google Maps. Now, Google Maps everyone uses, but the approach is different. You are comparing the rankings, and obviously you will always find that high ranking websites on Google nowadays will be mobile responsive. So you have to go and find out people from deep down, like 5th page, 7th page, 8th page. You can see here this person. These persons do not have website registered. He might not be having. He is a potential customer for you. All right. And as you will go deeper in these pages, you will find non-responsive websites mostly. And you can look at this. This guy has got 8 reviews, but no website listed here. So he's not aware of all these techniques. You can actually get his business. You can approach and contact him. Just think about it. Even if you will be able to close 3 deals or 5 deals per month, which is worth $597, $697, or even if you are selling package along with websites $997, that is really, really great thing. And you can outsource everything. Like you can have one person who can follow these steps, start contacting businesses, and once you have lead, you can get on the Skype call and close the deal. All right. My previous customers have done this, and this method actually work. So just go ahead and try it out. Now let's talk about the most important part of the business, and that is pricing. So just let me know if everything is clear so far for you, if you understood everything, because now we are moving on towards the second part, second half of this boot camp that talks about pricing your services correctly, that talks about finding inexpensive, high quality resources, how to interview them, how to hire them, and how to get your work done by them properly, and finally how to manage them, which tools and systems I use to automate everything that I do. All right, so we are entering the second part. First, lead generation, video creation, contacting businesses, closing deals part is over. So if you have any questions regarding that, please let me know, or else just put your comment, just put yes, and I will proceed further with the very crucial part of this session, that is pricing your services correctly and how I decide my cost and how I decide my pricing. Awesome. Okay, so pricing. I have my methodology for this. I have my steps to it, how I calculate my pricing. You can do that, so I would recommend you to do, because initially when I started, I lost a lot of money just because I was not pricing myself correctly. What happens generally is we see what is going on in the market and we price accordingly. Most of the time, customer starts negotiating with you simply because he knows that okay, you are ready to negotiate, and because you do not have right now any work, you accept that job and you lose out money because you have not calculated your costing correctly. So before proceeding with the pricing, we have to understand how we should calculate our cost. Okay, so let's start with this pricing your services correctly methodology. I will explain you my methodology. First and most important thing is you have to fix up your hourly charges. How much you would have earned if you would have taken this job somewhere else. Like for example, if you are doing sales for your organization, what kind of salary you could have get for this job if you are doing it for others. It could be $25, $50, $80, $100, whatever it is. But this is really important. You have to fix up your hourly charges. It's really, really important. Okay, so just keep in mind you have to fix your hourly charges, number one, and number two, try and keep the track of your work. Like if you're actually doing call with customer, how much time you have spent on that? If you are preparing Zapdeals pages, how much time you have spent? If you are preparing proposal, how much time you have spent? You have to keep the track of your work because unless you measure it, you cannot improve it. So try to maintain timesheet, or you can use some software. There are lots of softwares out there, but you can use the one that I use, which is Hubstaff. You can track yourself, which is a free software for one person. It's Hubstaff. But track everything you are doing in a day. Or else simply go to Google Sheet and create your timesheet. Alright, so number one, fix your RDRs, hourly charges. Then start keeping record of time spent on business. Alright, so number of hours you have spent on business into number of your salary for that particular hour or that period. That is number one. If you are outsourcing it, I would say I would do that. For example, if I'm charging $25 or $30 per hour for creating Zapdeals, definitely I will find out someone who can do this job for $5 and I will focus on more productive activity. So you have to calculate your working hours, your charges, and how much cost it incurred because you are involved in the business. Then if you have freelancer, keep track of his or her work. Use Hubstaff. It's really good software, Hubstaff, and it gives you all the details. Let me show you how it looks. I'm still using it for some of my freelancers. The best part about this software is you can see here it gives you weekly how many hours that person has worked for you, and not only that, it also shows you the screenshot of what is happening on their PC, which is really important. And it hardly costs you $5 per person. So they have plans like for 3 it's $15, for 5 it's $25, like that. So when there is no activity, it doesn't take any screenshot. So everything is fair. Okay, so use this software. I like it. It's Hubstaff. If you want, you can purchase it, or you can go ahead with 14 days trial, and you will see how it makes difference to your business. All right. After that, once you know how many hours that person has involved in your work, you know that cost as well. Then do not forget about advertising cost, whatever it might be, whether you are doing advertisement on Google, whether you are doing advertisement via pamphlets, whether you have invested in your visiting cards, whatever it is, that would be the fixed cost. But do not forget your advertising cost. Maintain a sheet for advertising cost if you are doing advertisement. All right. Then miscellaneous cost, like take into consideration other costs. If you are setting up office or whatever, like your computer maintenance, then your internet bills, electricity bills, tentative electricity bills, software prices, you have to consider all these things. After that, very important, take into consideration taxes. So just project your income, what it could be, what would be the taxes and other stuff. The thumb rule is like if you have a company here in India, you have 30% tax bracket. So I'm sure everywhere it is more or less same. So consider that, add that 30% in your cost. Plus, this is really major component that you forget, because what happens is until the time you are getting small amounts in your PayPal, you tend to forget about it. But when you start getting big amount, like if you close the deal for $997, so for that $1,000, 5% is $50, and which is really huge amount, really big amount, considerable amount, I would say, to lose. So you have to develop a habit of adding 5% PayPal fees into your cost. Okay. And once you know your cost, after adding all these components like your salary, then your freelancer's salary, then miscellaneous costs and PayPal fee, you can start calculating your prices. So what I generally do is I add 120% to 150% approximately to it when I give this as an code when I give my first quotation to the customers. Now, why I am doing it? I mean, any one of you have handled customers, clients earlier, online, offline, whatever it is? Yes, no, just please let me know if you have handled or not. Have you ever handled a single customer, closed a single deal? Okay, no, 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 all right. Okay, so let me explain what happens. I can tell you from my experience. This is what exactly happens. Sometimes you will not get paid. It happens. Because you are doing online business, you do not have control over it. You won't get paid. There are definitely ways to make these things secure. but it happens sometime. So you have to consider that amount that your customer will never pay you. Sometimes you accept job without accepting any upfront money. It happens. It might be because you have good relationship with the customer and he runs away. Who knows? So you have to consider all these things while pricing your product or services. Sometimes client will leave the project in between. You do not have any control. It happens that he starts project with you, he pays you 50%, you complete the project, and that client is just absconded. You do not know where he is. He is not contactable. And number three, why you should put 120 to 150% of your profit pricing is you have to be ready for unplanned expenses, like it happens with most of the local consultants or any business owner, especially freelancers, that customer contacts what you create first. For example, if you are selling Zap deals, you are using our templates and you have replaced logo, you have used our own images, you have used content, whatever it is, you present that customer your first draft, he suggests you some changes, change the color, change the images, lots of other things. And after doing 3, 4, 5 revision, you realize that I'm spending more time on this project than I expected, and you start losing interest and you start losing money. And just because now you are in touch with that customer, you cannot leave the project because you are expecting some more money from that customer. And eventually what happens is that customer never pays you or just pays you half of the money that you deserve. So whenever you are quoting your prices, you have to consider all these things because these are really, really important things. That is the reason your profit percentage has to be 120 to 150%, or maybe if possible more than that. All right. That is the reason I had such a, and one more thing, which is really important. When you start talking to customers, when you start closing deal, when your customer is ready, now he is convinced and he tries to negotiate with you. So if you have that, what I will say, room for negotiation, then you will be able to do that. And that is the reason, if possible, have 120 to 150% of the price. So if you will ask me, building a website, if you have proper knowledge right from scratch, it hardly takes $300. But when I quote price to my customers, it's always $799, $997, or sometimes more than that. Why? Because I have to, first time my quote is always high, but because I position myself as a pro consultant, as I said, I differentiate myself than others. I'm talking to them about their business, their problems. They do not consider me as a normal local consultant, and they are ready to negotiate with me because we are talking about their problems and we are providing solution to their problems. All right, then you have room for negotiation. Then you can do your calculation, and once you have an upper hand in this deal, how you can have that? Just by presenting yourself as a seasoned player. And never ever position yourself as a person who is looking for new jobs, new projects. You should always position yourself as a person who is overwhelmed with the project, but still I will try to help you out. I will try to serve you. It's all about the positioning. If you will position yourself correctly, you will really make good money from this business. All right, so this is how I calculate my cost and pricing. All right, so let me know if you have any questions regarding this. If you have understood everything that I have covered so far. Let me know what are the questions you have, if you understood everything or not. If you have any questions, just to let me know. Or else if you don't have any questions, I'm good to wrap up the session. Please do let me know if you understood this or not. Okay, Tim. So pricing, I can tell you what I charge generally. If that is mobile website, simple, normal HTML mobile website, then you can charge $297 to $397. You will find people who can get this, do this job for you in just $80 or $100. Yes, it is possible. Tomorrow we will see how to do that. If it's a full-blown website, then I start from $797 to $997 to sometimes even $1497. It depends upon how big that website is and how many hours work is involved in that job. All right, that is my standard pricing. But now I can tell you why I'm quoting this, simply because I did my calculation. I have worked with the clients. I know how much time it will take for me to complete each and every task in entire process. I know that, and that is the reason I can give you quotation like this. But unless you go through this entire process once, twice, thrice, you won't be able to make out how much time you are taking to complete or your freelancer is taking to finish the process. All right. If you want specific costing, like specific pricing, just do let me know. I will give you my own price list, my own view on the pricing. Just send out message to me on Skype, and I will give you my pricing list for each and every. No, I do not sell Android apps, mobile apps. I have tried though, but not on regular basis, but it's really a good upsell. And I have done this, but not that frequently. But it has got even more demand, like $997 plus. I have tried this earlier with a few ready-made code that you get on Google, and I have built few applications for restaurants and dentists and doctors, but not many. But you can charge anything between $997 to, if that is Android app, Android plus iOS app, then you can even charge $1997, because perceived value of Android and iOS apps is really high, but at the same time building such apps is not really difficult. Tomorrow we will see how we can find good inexpensive freelancers. All right. Again, it depends upon what business you are targeting. Like if you are targeting dentists, then that app should have functionality of capturing leads. If you're targeting restaurants, then that app should have functionality like ordering online and booking tables, etc. But tomorrow we will see how we can find inexpensive yet really good resources and how to shortlist them, how to interview them, and what is the entire process. And my partner Nakul will take that webinar because he takes care of all these things along with me. So he will be doing that webinar tomorrow. All right, any other questions? Any suggestion? Yes, team, I am talking to my virtual assistant, and by tomorrow you will be able to see links to active links for bonus number 5. Okay, so it seems that not many questions here. In members area, and if you want, I will put that on Skype as well, wherever you want. I will do that in both the places. Okay, so thank you very much. Thanks for attending this session. I have recorded this session. I'm going to upload this in members area so you can refer it, and I will add other bonuses as well. So thanks a lot for being here today again. Tomorrow, my partner Nakul will take the session about how you can actually get inexpensive resources and how you can interview and shortlist them. All right, so thank you very much, and bye-bye, and take care. Have a great day ahead. See you soon.